Hi class, I'm here today to teach you how to access the Cerritos College Library databases. So let's get started. Over here at the left-hand navigation bar, you'll see a tab that says Library. Please click on that. At this page, you'll click on the second tab, Research Databases. I'm going to go ahead and choose Databases by Subject. You'll scroll down. I'm going to choose Literature. And there are a bunch of different databases that you can search. However, I think Academic Search Complete, Gale Literature, the Literature Resource Center, JSTOR are particularly helpful for finding literary criticism. So I'm going to click on JSTOR for this demonstration. And I'm going to start with a really broad search. I'm going to put Frankenstein criticism in here. And in here being the search bar. Okay, that's a lot. I'm going to narrow it down. I'm going to choose journals, see if we can narrow it down a little bit. Okay, we still have a lot, but this is at least a starting point. You might start to scroll through these results, or you might choose another word to add, maybe monstrosity, maybe education, maybe romanticism, maybe the Gothic, whatever it is you think will help you find something useful for your particular paper. So let's say that I am interested in this top article here, Mary Shelley, Frankenstein, and the Spectacle of Masculinity. I'm going to click on this. And you'll see that I can access the full text. I can download it to my device. Should I choose, I can read it on here. Let's say I read this source and I realize that there's a quote or two from this source that I'd like to use in my essay. How do I cite this? Well, I love these databases because it's very easy to create a works cited entry. Okay, the in-text citation would be the author's last name and the page number, which you will have, okay, because you have a journal here with page numbers. So you would just use that. But for the works cited entry, let's go to cited, or let's go to, cite up here. I'm sorry, I was in the wrong area. So see these little quotation marks? Cite, it's above the text right here. And we are using MLA, so all I have to do is click on this, copy it, and save it to my working works cited. Now you'll notice this is not MLA formatted with the hanging indent, and it's not double spaced, but you do have all of the very important information. So all you have to do is double space it, give it a hanging indent, and you're good to go. Okay, these databases make it extremely easy to cite the source that you're using. For your essay, you need at least 2 sources from the Cerritos College Library database. And you might be asking me, well, I'm interested in a psychological concept that I'm going to apply to Frankenstein. It's not necessarily something I'm going to find in literary criticism. And that's absolutely okay. You're welcome to use the other databases as well. You don't just have to use the literary databases. In fact, I'm going to go back. And I would say if we do databases A to Z and you're looking for something a little bit more general than just literary criticism, I will point out my favorite databases. I wish there was an easier way to scroll the alphabetical listing here. I really like EBSCOhost. I really like Academic Search Premier, which also appeared in the literature databases. Sometimes for an overview of something, Opposing Viewpoints can work. Opposing Viewpoints right here. ProQuest is another great database. It's right here. And this you can find under the databases A through Z. So if you're interested in possibly looking up a psychological concept, or you're interested in a feature of education, or even a Romanticism or the Gothic, you might search the ProQuest database. And as always, I'm here to help you find sources. Librarians are there to help you find sources, so please use us to help you create a strong essay. So remember, you need at least 2 sources from the Cerritos College databases. They don't have to be from the literature databases, but they do have to be from the Cerritos College Library. So when I check your Works Cited, I do want to see that you are using the citation capability of the databases, where you'll click on the site, the little quotation marks. So I'm just going to give you an example here. I know this video is running a little bit long, but I think it's important. So let's just say, and I'm just going to do something super general here. Nope, nope, nope. I have to accept all this stuff. I'm just going to search Romanticism and Frankenstein, and I'm going to see what comes up. Here we go. Okay, let's say I'm interested in this first entry that's right here. And I look at this. This is just the abstract. You have a connection for the full text right here. But let's say that I do want to cite this. Again, you'll look for the little cite with the quotation marks. Click on that. You want MLA. Here it is. This one does have the hanging indent, so all you have to do is double space it once you are formatting it into your own Works Cited page. Again, these are very, very helpful. And for each of the citations in the databases, it will cite that database. So that is what I will be looking for when I look at your Works Cited page for the final draft of your essay. I know you're not quite there yet. We're still creating our rough draft. But please let me know if I can help you. Hopefully this video shows you how to access the library, access the databases, and cite the material. The trickiest part of finding sources is knowing the keywords, and I can help, but someone who knows it, even who is more familiar with the library and the databases than I am, are the librarians. So please don't hesitate to get in touch with a research librarian who can help you find the most appropriate sources for your essay. All right, I'll say bye for now. Please contact me if you have any questions.